Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Liberty Den. Abs, nice to see you, man.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing, man? Good to see you, too.
Good to see you. Patrick, good to see you as well. Just haven't seen Abs on a show with me in a while, so...
I kind of felt bad for Patrick there for a second.
No reason for you to feel bad for Patrick.
Yeah, touche. You're right.
He's invited it by wearing that shirt. Just
Fair.
kidding.
Just for you, John.
Did you get a new camera, too?
Sort of. Yeah, but this is my mobile camera. This is what I take with me to, road trips and stuff. But now I've got my home studio, and now I've got my office studio at Tulip Bloom's world headquarters, and I'm setting it up. So right now I'm using all my mobile equipment, and then I'll get my more permanent stuff in here once I feel like the room is really ready to rock.
I feel like this camera's better than your other one.
It might be, for God's sake. I'm getting better at this, I promise. When I first came in here, it sounded like I was in the middle of a gymnasium, and now I've got panels up, and I'm putting up these things, and I've got rectangular ones too, and so it's getting better and better, and we're going to keep working on it because I know that the sound bros need their good sound.
Heck yeah. I don't know who else is joining. I think Alfredo said he's going to be a little late. Ash might join. There's a couple others who said they probably going to join, just going to be late. So
Alpha late to a podcast? The hell you say? No way. Alpha's going to be late. There's no way.
Is he late to the men's show?
Every effing episode, bro.
I don't get it.
He, to be fair, the last couple he's rolled in while the intro is playing, so I guess that's on time, right? I mean, he's
That's fair.
Okay, I'll give him that. But
yeah. Anyway, well, why don't we get to our first sponsor quick, Patrick? If you don't mind, we'll do Mid-Atlantic. We'll get to our second one a little later.
Are you paying too much for health insurance? For over 30 years, David Becker and his son, Jesse, of Mid-Atlantic Business Alliance have been helping small businesses and individuals get the best possible PPO coverage at affordable rates. Working with private carriers allows year-round enrollment opportunities to save money and get the best possible insurance. The cost of medical insurance can often be like a second mortgage payment, so it is understandable that some people try to cut corners to save money with HMOs or MediShares. They're called MediShares because the member shares the liability of other members' claims. HMOs only cover in-network charges and leave an unlimited liability in the event of a large claim. There are proven ways to get the lowest possible rates without sacrificing coverage. If you are stuck paying for your own insurance, why not give David and Jesse a call to see if they can help you too? Call to get a free quote at 609-577-8557 or visit badlandsmedia.tv/Becker.
Awesome. Thank you, David, for sponsoring the show tonight. Looking forward to seeing you at GART Vegas. Can't wait for Vegas, period.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I didn't know, and honestly didn't know until recently that me and Barb would both be able to make it. I thought I was going to have to do a solo deal, but it looks like we're both going to be able to make it, man. I'm pretty stacked. I'm stoked. I've never been to Vegas before either. Ever.
You've never been to Vegas?
Never been to Vegas, bro.
Oh,
Go
my
with no
gosh.
expectations about Vegas. It's kind of just what you expect it to be, a big gambling paradise.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I was expecting.
If you're into strip clubs, you'll probably really like it.
They have those too?
I'm assuming. I've actually never been to one, but
Neither have I.
You know what?
I've been to a strip club. I've just never been to a Vegas strip club.
I've been to one when I was 21.
I will be
But not in
completely
Vegas.
honest. I'm a 42-year-old male. I've never been to a strip club. I've been inside one once. That was when me and Barb were both 25, and we went there to meet our drug guy to get some Xanax. That's the only time I've been in a strip club. I know it's a shining example of the wonderful person I used to be, but that's the only time I've ever been in one. It just never really made sense to me. I was like, I can see these for free on the internet.
You can see those for free in your wife.
Well, that
Not
too.
only that, but you can get drugs delivered to your door via the Silk Road. So, I mean, why are you doing all this other shit?
Well, this
Is that
was 20
website-
years ago.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that website back up?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there's other ones just like it.
Quite possibly.
But anyway, What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Kind of a crazy week. Oh, Abs, did you see? Well, I guess both of you. There's a conspiracy floating around that Trump was on the plane that got hit by the helicopter, and Trump's dead now. That's the conspiracy theory.
I love it.
So Trump was just rolling around on an American Eagle, huh?
Yep, passenger airline with figure skaters from Wichita.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Or maybe the theory is he was on the helicopter.
Why would he been on a Black Hawk and not Marine One? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I didn't come up with the conspiracy theory. I'm just relaying it to you guys.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theory guy, and that one's dumb as shit.
Right? I thought so too. But it's
You
like
can't
I'm
rule
getting
that.
tagged on it.
I'll play devil's advocate. You can't rule that out. The fact is that Donald Trump could be played by a number of different doubles at all times. They can make anybody look like anyone else. The intelligence services can create perfect deceptions. And so when the deceptions are obvious, sometimes you have to think to yourself, was it intentionally obvious? But you don't know. I don't think that there's strong evidence to support that theory, but it doesn't mean it can't be true.
Yeah, to your point, you're not wrong. I mean, we've talked about this stuff off shows, right? The deceptions going on and the tricks they can play. How many times have we been told by Forpog that the whole world is a stage? So to your point, you're absolutely right. We don't. That's why I rarely dismiss anything with 100% certainty, because we just don't know.
Let's see if I can find the clip of this guy saying it.
Is it Benjamin Fulford?
Benjamin Fulford, that is allegedly him.
Yeah, he's all right.
I have no idea who he is.
I haven't really listened to him in a long time. I think I might actually have given him some money at some point, though.
Ooh.
Just, via subscription. But it's been a wild ride since the stolen election.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it has been.
It's
Sorry, I know somebody
insane.
tagged me in this thing. I'm trying to find it now, so give me a second. You guys just chat amongst yourselves.
Yeah, sure. It's been nuts, hasn't it, Patrick? I mean, it's all the way from 2020 up until now. Patrick, did you think we were gonna see the amount of things we've seen Trump handling in the first 17, 18 days of administration that we've seen, or has it been like, holy shit, even some Anons weren't expecting this?
I think a ton of Anons weren't expecting this because it's so much. It's so outside the realm of possibility for a president of the United States to do these things. He's sending termination notices to federal workers who claim they are immune to presidential termination due to congressional mischief, is what I would call it. But we've got this Weintraub who, by every tradition in Washington, is not allowed to be fired. We've got entire classes of federal workers who consider themselves immune from termination. Why? Because of civil service laws. And Donald Trump, in this term, he didn't do it in his first term, but he could have, in my opinion.
Right.
But in this term, he's saying, no, these rules do not apply. I am the unitary executive. I'll fire whom I like.
Right.
Fire any single person working in the executive branch except for the vice president, because the vice president is the only other elected official in the entire United States executive branch.
Yeah. I think I was obviously expecting some action, but nothing like this. I mean, I think part of that was, even as optimistic as I am, it's not just an act I put on camera. I'm generally an optimistic dude. That still, because I've been down the rabbit hole for so long, kind of like you, Patrick, you as well, John, at this point, that you're always expecting another foot to drop. So you see the good things happening. You're like, all right, where's the rug pull? Where are they going to get us on this one? And so far it's, stepping out of stepping away from the WEF, leaving the Paris Agreement, stepping away from the UN, amongst all the other shit he's done. It's been pretty impressive for just 2 weeks in.
Revoking Biden's security clearance today.
I laughed so hard. I must have laughed for a solid 5 minutes when I saw that headline today.
Oh, so funny. But yeah, you're right. I think we all have a little PTSD, but I think it's a good thing. I think that's okay sometimes. Keeps us from getting a little too high, But I could not find that video, so I'm not going to try looking. So if anybody in the chat knows which video I'm talking about, if you could post that in the chat, that'd be much appreciated. Is it really true though that the VP can't be fired at all?
The VP can only be removed the same way the president can be removed by impeachment, or he resigns.
Interesting.
He's elected.
Yeah, you're right, I suppose.
Everybody else in the federal executive branch, in my opinion, is subject to termination, and any act of Congress that says otherwise is unconstitutional. If you want to make it so that Congress can make unterminatable members of the executive branch, then you better amend the Constitution, because the executive shall be vested in a president is not an ambiguous statement.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to watch these. Like we're going through the removal of the USAID funding, the exposure and everything, and the removal of the employees throughout these executive agencies. And what those agencies were funding were these series of NGOs and groups and foundations, whatever. And those groups are funding the lawyers who are currently fighting against that stuff in court. And these judges are actually ruling in their favor. Like they're benefiting directly from the funding from USAID and fighting lawsuits against Trump and Musk. And actually there's 2 lawsuits now that have been successful. One in stopping the DOGE guys from getting access to the Treasury, and the other one is preventing the firing of the USAID agents, I think. It's insane.
Yeah. And whoever thought that was, who thought that was okay for there to be this massive attempt to prevent the president of the United States from sending his own designated workers to go take a look at the freaking Treasury.
It's nuts. It's Norm Eisen is the one who stopped the Treasury, and Mark Elias's group is the group that stopped the firing.
Mark Elias's group, because I hear he hasn't been heard from in a while.
Yeah. Hold on, let me show you. Just had these up earlier. Might take me a minute to get there, except to log into Pacer, but bear with me. It's this group like Democracy Forward or whatever it's called. Okay.
We're getting a really awesome lesson in Article 2 of the Constitution immediately. Trump hasn't even been president for a month. None of this education took place in his first term.
For sure. And I think it's pretty clear why it had to happen the way it did. But yeah, okay. So American Federation for Government Employees, some random, 501c3 group. And then they're represented by all these lawyers on the right side, if you can see, Democracy Forward Foundation. And if you look up, let me do the...
Rachel Freed. I wonder if she's any relation to Sam Bankman-Fried. Although, let's face it, his name has to be made up. Come on. Is Bankman-Fried?
I don't know, man. I heard he was asking Trump for a pardon.
Whatever.
Okay, so let me go here. Democracy Forward Foundation, Form 990. This is 2023. He should still be on here, though. Mark Elias, the chair. See at the top there?
How the hell do you do this? All right.
Oops.
Okay, so you're telling me that a firing was successfully prevented?
Yep. So if we go back to this page, this is the lawsuit on Pacer. Let's go down to order granting in part and denying in part the temporary restraining order. What's up, Ash?
We're talking about Mark Elias?
Yeah, Mark Elias's group is the one that successfully stopped the temporary restraining order.
Let me ask you a question. If the president says, okay, you're fired. You work for me. You're in the executive branch. You're fired. And then a judge says, nuh-uh. And it turns out that the judge's will succeeds in this competition between the president and a judge, then who's actually in charge of the executive branch?
So it'll have to be appealed and then probably appealed again.
Okay, that didn't answer my question.
Yeah, Ash, answer the question.
I asked, who is in charge of the executive branch?
The president.
Okay, well then the judge doesn't have any authority.
No one is above the law, Patrick, and you can sue. And when you sue, then you can get things like temporary restraining orders where you can stop firings.
Then we are ruled
for a period of time, keyword being temporary.
Here's what the president can do. He can take his federal police and escort that person out of the building, and the judge who issued the temporary injunction cannot do a damn thing about it. There is no mechanism to enforce a judge's rules.
True.
And by the
Yeah.
way, if you actually ask constitutional scholars or whatever, because I have,
ChatGPT. Is that your constitutional scholar?
I've been pointed to sources by ChatGPT, yes. And the answer is the ballot box is the remedy.
Oh yeah,
We don't have a ballot box either. So there is no remedy for a president telling a judge to go fuck himself. It's time to start telling judges to go fuck themselves.
oh, it'd be so cool if Trump posted that on True Social. Just go fuck yourself.
I would
what's
just
up,
like
man?
to tell all of the judges that I think you're delightful, and I would never tell you to go fuck yourself.
Especially the ones in Colorado. You're all great.
Especially the ones in the 10th Circuit District of Colorado.
Well, I'm going to say to all the
This
judges
is out.
that don't do their job, you can all go fuck yourselves.
The ones in the 10th district in Colorado do their job.
Especially the
They
ones in
do.
California. You can
They're
all,
the model for the nation.
all go fuck yourself. And I hope legislation passes that strips away your immunity.
By the way, Ash is still waiting for a ruling on her case, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten the hint yet.
Yeah, I got a notice from the court. So anytime I see the email that says there's, it's like, but the news is that they missed. I think if I'm reading it correctly, they missed their deadline. The plaintiffs missed their deadline to file their paper copies, and it was like, hey guys, you had paper copies due. They better be here by Tuesday or whatever.
That's what the judge said?
It's a panel. This was the clerk. It was a minute order by the clerk. But in the appellate, it's a panel of judges.
That hat does look really good on Ash.
Thank you.
I saw the comment. I was like,
Oh, thanks, Melindy.
What are you sucking up for, Alpha?
No, I'm just
You
saying.
do look great, Ash. I'm just curious.
He wants me to pick a sandwich that doesn't require a stove.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up.
I told Barb to go full blown Monte Cristo. Just give him the most difficult sandwich to make ever.
What's the one with the egg in the middle?
Dude, don't make him do that. That's not
The
even...
French,
Like a
the
McGriddle?
classical French sandwich.
Oh, the coq monsieur.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's not even that good.
Listen, I'm showing up with Wonder Bread and peanut butter and jelly.
A virtuoso cook.
You actually get to pick the sandwich, though, Ash. For those who aren't aware,
That was the deal. Three requested sandwiches. Five requested. It's the five of us that were on the first episode.
okay. Yeah, you should explain what went down here and why he's making sandwiches.
Alpha ran his mouth off, and I love a bet. And Alpha bet us that we couldn't do an all-girls show. Paul tried to sabotage it, but we stopped him. And now they're all going to make us sandwiches.
That was a really hazy way of explaining it.
Hey, I just want to make sure.
Barbara's over here saying
I
she's
won.
expecting a Dagwood, bro. She wants
I got a follow-up question for this bet. Alpha, did you place a wager that a bunch of women couldn't sit in front of a camera and run their mouths?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Almost. I said a bunch of women couldn't come together, come up with a title, come up with 3 episodes, and do it without the assistance of a man.
Yeah.
Okay, where was the? I'm sure you had help from some man.
We did
Ash.
not. The only male involvement in the show was John approving it.
And I approved that immediately, and I said, as quick as you can, guys.
Yeah,
Right.
no, Jessica set up the streams like it was all like we wouldn't even let Brad participate, and he got kind of pissy about it.
Alpha, you can make a good sandwich. I have every confidence.
Absolutely. Listen. Now that the cat's out of the bag and the show is on the road, what really went down was the audience wanted a woman show, and waiting around for the women to get it done just wasn't happening. So I said, you know what? I know how to get this ball
You
rolling,
manipulated them.
and I just manipulated them. So in
That's
the
the
end,
way he likes to tell it. Yeah.
in the end, I still showed that a man can get it done, and he didn't even have to, I didn't even have to lift the finger.
Well
Yeah.
played, sir.
So
You
it's
know,
a great way
all
to
you have to
spin
do
it.
now is make a sandwich.
That's
amazing.
it.
You're
I
wearing
bet.
an apron,
That's
and
it.
it will
You know?
probably be bedazzled, and
The
there will be
audience-
pictures.
The
And we're
audience
doing this in
got
Vegas,
me.
guys.
Yeah.
If you want to watch him make a sandwich for women, you could come and do it live. Get your tickets. Badlands
Can
Media.
we put him in one of those little chef hats too? Is that part of the deal?
Oh, we should.
Yeah, well, yeah. We should do that.
Listen,
I'll
I
write that
said,
down.
listen, I'll wear a chef hat. You know, I'll wear an apron, but listen, I ain't wearing no apron that's been feminized, because then that thing's gonna hit social media, and I'm gonna end up on some documentary of, oh look, he dressed up as a woman.
Do it, dude. It'll be fine.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Nothing's more embarrassing than doing an ice bath challenge in warm water. So
First of all,
I'm just
40
kidding.
degrees. 40.
Oh, that a boy. You're
degrees.
almost there. That's great. Is it that cold there, or do you have like a bath?
No,
that actually...
it's an actual chiller that warms or cools.
hell yeah, man.
You got into 40-degree water?
40.1, 5 minutes, 15 seconds.
Fuck that.
Can you do
You
one day?
started at
42?
2 minutes?
The first time I went in, I think it was like 2 or 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think you started at 2 minutes.
I think it was like 53 degrees or 54 degrees.
Do you have like a target temperature you're trying to get down to? Is there like a target temperature that you
30
should
30
be doing?
39 degrees.
That's
Get it
pretty
down to
chilly.
32. Have you seen that guy on TikTok or whatever?
John
that
is
does, like,
still judging
minus
you with
10
those
degrees?
North Dakota face.
Yeah, you just can't call it an ice bath challenge unless it's cold enough to freeze. That's like,
If it's frozen, then you can't take a bath in it.
I know, but like the top layer gets frozen and then you like break it and get in.
Okay. John, have you ever taken an ice bath challenge?
I've taken an ice bath before. I didn't do it as a challenge. I did it in
You
sports.
got into the water that was frozen on top?
No, just like you take a bath, fill it, and then you pour ice in it, and then you get in it for sports recovery reasons, allegedly.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not fun. But when you get out, you do feel
It feels amazing when you get out.
pretty good.
Yeah. And I tell the women all the time, listen, it's great for your skin. Like your skin feels good. You feel clean.
Not
Like,
as good as
if
tulip
you-
blooms.
That's what I was about to say. If you want to get the full effect of tulip blooms,
I'm
do a
hearing
nice
it.
bath,
I'm
get all
hearing
that
the
bad
Tulip
stuff off
Bloom
you.
World headquarters right now, guys. Pretty soon, listen, I'm so excited about this because pretty soon I'm going to take everybody through a virtual tour of our new offices with our product manufacturing room and our fulfillment room, and it's going to be great. But it's not ready yet.
What's rent like down there for an office building? Is it,
This is not a whole building. Well, actually, it is the whole building, but it's small. It's like 1,000 square feet.
okay.
So this is like an office park, but these are like houses that were repurposed to be offices or something. Anyway, I don't know if it's polite to talk about rent, but it's about
Yeah, I mean, just like, is it
$2
reasonable?
per month.
Yeah, I didn't need the actual details, but that's cool, man. It's exciting. Good for you.
Thanks. And my God, I'll tell you one thing: getting that shit out of my house, the boxes, the bubble wrap, dude. You do not keep that stuff in your house. It just grows and it takes over your home. You can't do it.
I believe you.
I picture Patrick's house just
Hilarious.
full of bubble wrap.
So bad, dude.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I read today. No, I heard from somebody in Washington, D.C. today
You have a
that
source?
it is well known that Donna Brazile and Muriel Bowser are married to each
To
other.
each other.
No.
To each other. And I went to look at it, and it's a debunked conspiracy theory.
No. That it's well known or that they're married to each other.
But to a DC local that I was talking to this afternoon, absolutely, it's a well-known thing. Anybody
Really?
know anything about it?
No, and I'm not sure I want to.
I've never heard anything about it, but at the same token, I'm not the least bit surprised.
You know, Donna
That's
Brazile
great.
is an interesting character because in her book, I think she talked about worrying for her own physical safety after the death of Seth Rich. This woman knows some shit that we
Muriel
don't
Bowser.
know ourselves. No, I'm talking about Donna Brazile.
Donna Brazile. Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck? Now I got to look this up. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I tried to look it up to verify it too, and everything said it was debunked.
It's just a complete
Yeah.
Like
visual.
chemtrails and, the Fed.
But this random account online says it's true.
I know. There's a few of those, but I didn't hear it from a random account online. I heard it from a very real person in DC.
Okay, well now Mike Rothschild is one who's debunking this. So now that makes me think it's even more
So
true.
it's totally true.
Yeah,
100% true.
that was gonna be my next question. Who's debunking it? Is it like Snopes and Politico? Are they the ones debunking it? Because that would probably make me think it's a lot more true.
By the way, I saw on here that he lost his house in the fires in California. He's like doing GoFundMe's for it. And while I do not wish bad things upon anybody, this is the one individual on planet Earth that I do. And fuck this guy. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
at least
But
three
when
different-
when I saw about him losing his house with you in mind, I had the typical Seinfeld reaction. I was like, "Oh, that's a shame."
Thoughts and prayers.
well,
White
4
the
different
bummer.
times on his profile, he's at least put who's responsible for burning his house. I'll leave it at that.
What'd you say?
I said 4 different times on his profile so far, he's put who's responsible for burning his house. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, you gotta
Whose house
elaborate.
was burned?
Well,
This
There it
happened
is.
at Cross
5
Hill.
times now.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Alpha. I got you.
You talking about Trump and Musk or what?
6
Or the
times
Jews?
now.
He's talking about Jewish lightning.
Jewish space lasers?
lasers.
Pretty sure
I
it is.
didn't say it. I'm not the one who said it.
Jewish
And the stream goes
Burn
offline.
something down and takes pictures.
And we're all getting raided again.
We're getting raided?
No, we're good. I sold out. I sold out Ghosts, so the rest of Badlands is we're clear.
I'm so confused. What's happening right now?
Honestly,
But
me too.
Alpha informed on ghosts, but save the rest of us.
okay. But Alpha's the Fed, so that's why I'm
Right.
I'm just recapping the conversation.
We haven't even gotten into big balls getting reinstated.
Oh, that's right. They did reinstate him, didn't they?
What?
Big balls.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have you not heard the big ball story?
Who's Big Paul?
Alpha looks clueless. Oh, we got
Alpha, where have you been?
Alpha, are you serious right now?
Listen, I've kind of been off the circuit. I'm in a lot. My mouth's in a lot of pain right now. So,
Off the circuit.
What have you been
I've
up
been-
Were you
to?
going to say off the circuit? Is it like the
yeah,
spaces
I was
circuit?
off, I was off the. I went today to get my teeth white.
Nice.
They do
So-
look white.
How'd you? Oh, dude, they did it with lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
Really Jewish space.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know what you're talking about, man.
okay, hold on. I'll find you the clip though.
But every time I talk, you know, the air that your mouth makes, it's like, whoa. Whoa. So if you want to torture me, just make me talk. It's like air waterboarding.
Okay, you're gonna love this though, because this is. Just keep in mind. I want you to keep this in mind. Back in 2017, mainstream media was at its like highest point. They were covering all the serious news. Trump was a Russian traitor. All these serious stories, hard-hitting stories that they were talking about, trying to save America from Trump. Okay, that was the media and CNN back then. This was the media the last 24 hours.
So this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside DOGE. And we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.sexy LLC, which he established in 2021. He would have been around
Disavow her
16
use
years
of
old.
unfortunate.
Now, this LLC controls dozens of web domains.
So, Kara, you hear this and you have known Elon Musk for years. So now you look at these young men who are now in data and in the private information about maybe hundreds of millions of American citizens as young as 19, the big balls here that Katie's talking about. Most of them are in their early 20s. There's an exception I'm going to get to in a minute. I'm curious, though, Kara, how well does even Musk know these young men, do you think?
I have no idea. I think there is no vetting whatsoever, as you can see, that's taken place. It took Katie and the really great team. Wired has done an astonishing job here. I could make a joke that's probably why he was hired for all this ridiculous nonsense.
Oh, yeah, it
and
was.
other nefarious things. But, there's an expression in technology that's it's a feature, not a bug.
I can't believe you
No,
didn't see
this-
that, Alpha.
This can't be real.
That's 100% real.
that was a legit media thing.
That was a legit clip on CNN. Like yesterday or last night.
Welcome
Is
to
this
the
why you
past
guys brought
48
me on?
hours.
You guys trying to see if I'll believe something? I gotta look. this up.
No.
I feel like I'm being
Bro.
set up right now.
Bro, that was AI did not create that.
I can't believe
So
that
maybe-
we know more about what's going on Twitter than Alpha does.
I
Yeah,
know.
that is
You're
kinda
normally doing
remarkable.
spaces and stuff. I've never done a space.
He's
before.
like the king of Twitter. Or
Holy
like the
shit, it's
prince.
legit.
I told you.
It's all over the Daily Beast, Doge Mini and Big Balls.
It's even
Huff-
better
Huffington
because they
Post.
kicked him out and then they brought him back, and then Ro Khanna, who's
I gotta
Indian.
screenshot all this.
Yeah.
Elon Musk's Big Balls Tech Whiz. CNN is obsessed with Elon's big balls. I shit you not. These are real titles.
Yeah, dude.
We believe you.
Yeah.
Watch Alpha break this news.
It's been a story for 2 days.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know if we have confirmation that Big Balls is the same guy that got fired for the racial stuff. They might be different people.
Yeah, it is the same guy.
Please let it be Big
We
Balls.
got confirmation?
Like Mike Elons or something like
Iles. His name is
Yeah.
Iles. or
Yeah.
something. Marco
Yeah.
Iles.
He was one of the guys who got access to the treasury, the read-only access.
Yeah, he's very, very into whiteness and hates Indians. And normalize Indian hate. That's one of the things he said. Don't worry about all these H-1Bs. They're all going to be replaced by slightly smarter large language models, and then we're sending them all home. This kid, I love him.
Patrick's idol.
I can give two shits if he's racist. Can he do his job?
Oh, he's like a freaking genius. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I care. I don't care who he hates. Just do your job.
But the best part was JD Vance,
Oh yeah.
who's got the Indian wife, coming to his defense, saying, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Bring him
'cause
back.
wasn't it Ro Khanna or whatever that got butthurt about it?
And
Okay,
then he called Ro Khanna a little bitch.
Yeah.
So what's the public opinion here? Did Elon hire him just because he wants to use big balls in all these headings?
No, he hired him because he's freaking, got the skills to
Picture who we're
his
talking about
way
here, right?
through
Like
the treasury.
we're talking about a tech. Let's use the phrase nerd, like somebody who's super good at computers, super good at writing code, super good at algorithm stuff. These are people who've spent their probably entire lives online. And so over the course of your time online, you're probably going to write some things that eventually will surface and you may not be proud of. I'm sure we've all done that once or twice. And these guys went digging for it and just found the worst ones. But he's like a genius. That's why he got hired.
You tell me
Not because of the big balls thing.
If you tell me what it is that you're not too happy about, I'll have my people get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
No,
freaking amazing that
I'm not afraid of
we're
anything.
watching all of these, the usual suspects on Twitter getting offended by the things that this young kid said. And in this era, no one cares.
How are you going to get offended by a kid who has a moniker of big balls, but you had DC with all these pussy hats?
And the comments that people are upset about, it's like, I don't want to marry outside my ethnicity, my race. Comments about eugenics. It's such a double standard to me that this kid is supposed to be canceled because he made comments that identify with the belief system of half of the sociopathic Congress.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
Patrick,
no, I'm sorry. He bring him back. I don't give a shit what he posted online. I don't care. What I care is that they hit $4 billion a day and then they go past it and they cut more than $4 billion a day. And it's not just that the kid's a genius. My hypothesis is we're talking about Elon Musk and his hand-picked team of devs, right? Shorthand for whatever technical skill sets he's staffing. We're talking about emerging tech to be able to evaluate very complicated routes of money and process and all of these things. And there's not probably a ton of people that could ramp up so quickly and do what, and, know how to work with Elon, right? And all of the things to be able to hit as a high performing team. We're in week 3. To be able to hit the ground running, and they've already achieved, I think, $1 billion a day, probably more at this point. I haven't seen the update. Yeah. I don't give a shit what the kid posted online. Get out of his way and let him keep going.
Honestly, I'm a little upset that they actually succumbed to the cancel culture and fired this guy in the first place. That was a bitch pussy ass move.
100%.
I think he quit or something. I'm not exactly sure what went down and who was responsible for that.
but I mean, they're clearly willing to bring him back. Elon Musk did a poll, and as one does, to determine the fate of, DOGE. And here's what JD Vance said. Patrick, you want to do us a favor?
Here's my view. I obviously disagree with some of Elez's posts, but I don't think stupid social media activity should ruin a kid's life. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people, ever. So I say bring him back. If he's a bad dude or terrible member of the team, fire him for that.
And here's what Ro Khanna said.
Are you going to tell him to apologize for saying normalize Indian hate before this rehire? Just asking for the sake of both of our kids.
And then JD Vance responded with this.
For the sake of both of our kids, grow up. Racist trolls on the internet, while offensive, don't threaten my kids. You know what does? A culture that denies grace to people who make mistakes. A culture that encourages congressmen to act like whiny children.
Yeah, and keep in mind, JD Vance is married to an Indian, and his son's name is literally Vivek.
Read the
And then
next
we got-
one. Read JD Vance continued that post, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a thread.
Oh my goodness.
I'm excited. It's been a while. I cannot overstate how much I loathe this emotional blackmail pretending to be concerned. My kids, God willing, will be risk takers. They won't think constantly about whether a flippant comment or a wrong viewpoint will follow them around for the rest of their lives. They will tell stupid jokes. They will develop views that they later think are wrong or even gross. I made mistakes as a kid, and thank God I grew up in a culture that encouraged me to grow and learn and feel remorse when I screwed up and offer grace when others did. I don't worry about my kids making mistakes or developing views they later regret. I don't even worry that much about trolls on the internet. You know what I do worry about, Ro? That they'll grow up to be U.S. congressmen who engage in emotional blackmail over a kid's social media posts. You disgust me.
Wow.
Plus 10 points, JD Vance.
Yeah.
He leveled up.
And here's
what's the
Ro's
cutoff
response.
age for making stupid statements growing up? Asking for a friend.
50,
as long as-
I think.
As long as you don't do anything that puts you in the media's crosshairs, you're fine.
Ro Khanna, what a fag.
Want to read this one, Patrick?
Oh, yeah. No one is denying grace to people who make mistakes. I respect Usha, praised her publicly, and defended your family from some of the vicious attacks. But if you are going to rehire someone to present you and the USA, why not insist he apologize for saying normalize Indian hate?
I think we just need to spend the rest of the episode reading Ro Khanna's Twitter page.
Can we?
I agree with this plan.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, whew.
It's so funny. Your accent is so good.
Thank you. I was married to one.
Were you really?
I was married. Yes. She
What?
taught me how to do the accent.
You're
Did she
shitting me
teach
right
you
now.
to make butter chicken?
No, I taught her to make Indian food. She teach me how to make Indian accent.
You're shitting me right now. How did I not know this? Did I know this?
You might have. I don't know. She's pro-Trump, by the way.
Well, that's good.
My ex-wife. Yeah. My current wife, my forever wife, and my ex-wife, both Trump supporters.
That's good. How, was she here on a visa or something?
Hang on. Let me think.
H1.
No. They were here on religious asylum from Pakistan
Ah,
because they were Christian. And so,
Indian women have hot eyes.
they sure do. Big old eyes.
I guess I've never noticed.
Yeah.
But anyway, now you're all caught up on what's going on with Doge Alpha.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hope the white teeth were worth it.
I
Balls.
hope his security clearance pass has his name with his moniker under it. Just walking around. Just walking around government buildings with
Big
the
balls.
tag big balls. That's awesome. God, they're trolling us at this point in the movie.
I
Like
think
we're
that's
being
true.
trolled.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I actually agree. It's like a 4chan kid that got a government job is essentially what Big Balls sounds like to me.
It's like they got that dude out of South Park that carries his nuts around in the wheelbarrow.
John, pull up my screen share real quick, man. Elon replied with that alpha.
That's amazing.
That's it. We think dogs another DOGE.
The only thing better than watching the deep state get dismantled is watching the absolute and utter piss get taken out of them while it's happening.
They're so stupid. Like, they're stupider than I thought, and I
They're
thought
not-
they were pretty stupid already.
Because they're used to having that barrier of the control over the media to protect all their bullshit, and they don't have it no more.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the basic decisions that they're making in terms of policy right now is like there's many angles they could be fighting back against Trump, and they've picked the stupidest one to fight back on. And I keep saying this on all the shows because I just think it's so dumb of them that they're fighting back against wasteful government spending. And I get it's like what funds these people, but still, even just for just read the room, guys. Go fight Trump on anything else, any other issue. They pick the worst one.
Yeah, but I think it's indicative. Like I don't think that was a planned and coordinated response. I think it was a very reactive and natural response for people who are about to lose their money source. I honestly, I don't think, and I think if you look at that Politico article, John, you covered it. We covered it in the brief. They're walking into Trump and Musk's USAID trap. That one. You had Rahm Emanuel, you had David Axelrod. I would theorize like a Mark Elias, the sources on this thing, because some of them were anonymous, saying, "We don't want to die on this hill. What are you guys doing? This is very unpopular with the people. Why are you dying on this hill?" Well, those guys are to the left of the corruption chart, where the very big pots of money are. The people that are screaming in the streets are to the right part of the money laundering chart, and their checks are being cut off. So that's what I think we're watching, and it's freaking hilarious. I love everything about it.
Oh, this is the best.
Win. We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win.
Insanity.
My favorite part is Al with his freaking cane.
The cane.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo right there, wannabe, looks so bored.
Who?
Dude,
Where's a John Leguizamo wannabe?
What's a John Leguizamo?
he's an actor.
Oh my God.
The guy to the side tapping his watch. If you watch his reaction,
This guy?
yeah. If you rewind it, he just looks so bored.
What possessed?
Like an Indian John Leguizamo, maybe.
Yeah.
He said, "This sucks, man." Like,
Oh yeah, he is. You're right. He does kind of good. Like, get me out of here.
Yeah, Cory Booker.
This must be a coalition that grows and grows and grows. There can be no bystanders in this fight. It is time that we understand the only thing necessary for wrong to triumph is for right to do nothing, for right to be silent. And so understand this. There are legislators walking through here, but these are the ways we're going to fight. For this must
Just
Also, we can't pay you guys anymore, so we need you to show up, but also please bring some friends.
Unfreaking real. And by the way, how does Cory Booker claim to be black now? That guy looks like he's an Anglo-Saxon.
kind of does. He's taking tips from Beyonce lately.
So there's that.
Yeah, he's just an angry elf. That is what. Wait till these Congress people start doing GoFundMe's to fund their protests.
Oh man.
Is it really coming? They're really just running out of money. Finally.
Well,
We
After
should
all
we
this.
should see it. If the theory is correct, and by the theory I mean the documented trail of money changing hands from NGOs to NGOs, if that's correct and it's cut off at the heart, right? We're going to stop all these payments under USAID. It's moved to the State Department. Marco Rubio is the acting director, all lawful. There's nothing unlawful about any of that. And they decide, hey, we're going to pause and audit this thing. I would theorize that we would see their money start to dry up. And for some of them that have been, savvy with investments and save for a rainy day and all of that kind of stuff, they'll be all right. But some people are going to have to figure out how to feed their families. And the pro bono legal work that they've all been doing to do all of the social justice-y things that there's actually no demand for, that's not going to pay that's my theory, is that if you cut off the funding source at the heart, it's not going to pump blood out to the rest of the system.
I just think it's so much bigger than USAID. Like there's so many more agencies that do it, but Trump did say he's going after the NGOs now. And I think they need to start with every NGO that has the word democracy in its title. Every single one of them is where they need to start, and just cut those off immediately.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is, and I put this in the private chat, I'm hearing that Musk has basically hired a bunch of teenagers to go around being the management consultants from Office Space.
I'm pretty sure I saw they're not actually teenagers. There might be one, but most of them are between 20 and 25.
Okay.
Big Ball's 19.
But
I don't think so.
This is what it says. Governor Walker says 19-year-old DOGE employees are having 15-minute interviews with federal employees to justify their existence before determining if they should be fired. An unnamed federal worker spoke out at a town hall event in Virginia. I just wanted to share some things that are going on at my agency. Musk visited the building and called for a 50% cut to the entire agency. My colleagues are getting 15-minute one-on-one check-ins with 19, 20, and 21-year-old college graduates asking to justify their existence.
What would you say you do here?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. If you can't convince a 19, 20, or 21-year-old why you need to work there, then you probably shouldn't fucking be working there. Like,
no.
Like, it's
just so much. It's just so much. It's so much social justice bullshit. It's not one DEI program focused person. It's probably a team, and they're probably in every agency, and they create work and they propagate it down through the system. And it's not just DEI, and it's not just USAID, as John said. It's all like it's all fake. It's
Millennium.
all of the opposition was subsidized by us.
well, let them start talking about the church charities too.
Yeah, when you get bored, look up the Millennium Challenge Corporation. That's a doozy as well. It's just like USAID. I'm gonna play this video though, quick. I'm curious.
I just wanted to share some things that are going on at my agency. In the last week, we had Elon Musk in our building, and after he visited the building, called for a 50% cut of the entire agency. My colleagues are getting 15-minute one-on-one check-ins with 19, 20, and 21-year-old college graduates asking to justify their existence. Supervisors are being told not to tell their staff anything, withhold information. And today we got word that supervisors must now fill out a justification form, and that there's going to be just a 30% rank and yank of all staff in my agency. And to top it all off, one of Musk's top lieutenants and his wife and young child have shacked up on the 6th floor of our agency and are living there. The hallways have been blocked off with a special access list for people who can't get back there. Queer and trans folks of my agency are being doxxed in public. Their lives threatened.
Oh my god!
He's trolling.
Can't be real.
That can't be real.
Like you couldn't tell it was a trend. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No need to dox.
That was fake, right?
I think it was fake.
I don't know. Probably.
There's a guy here, Scott Shamblin, who he goes to all of the hearings and all of any public comment thing, and he testifies as though he is the queer trans doctor of, you know, I don't know, Lily's uterus. Like that's like he does that as a
As a
spoof.
bit?
So that's what it as a bit, and that's what that came off as.
What's
to
his
me.
name?
Scott Shamblin. I'll send it to you in the
How do you
private.
how do you spell that?
SHAMBLIN.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find this. Are there any like videos of him?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. He posts lots of them.
Is it Dr. Scott Shamblin?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like a doctor of lesbian Lily's uterus, like I said.
Okay, I found a video. This is the one pinned to his profile. Okay, here we go.
You have a Scott Shamblin. Come on up, brother. While you're here, Mr. Shamblin, we'll go ahead and get started with you. Thank you for joining. When you're ready, please come off and mute. Tell us your name, who you represent, and begin your testimony. You'll have 2 minutes.
Thank you. Chairperson and members of the committee, my name is Scott Shamblin. They, them, I represent myself, and I oppose this bill. As an openly lesbian, gender nonconforming man of colorlessness with a 6-year-long career in the insurance industry, you have a highly technical term for legislation like this. Stupid. While this bill is quite misguided, I know some of you are hell-bent on passing it, so let's make a few amendments to the bill, shall we? Let's introduce premium crediting based on the Antifa Human Life Value Scale, academically known as intersectionality. There are at least 10 categories in this scale where someone can receive credits based on ethnicity, gender, class, sexuality, age, disability, migration status, religion, etc., as they relate to systems and structures of power. A straight white Christian man is our baseline for scum of the earth and thus receives no premium credits. In each category, an individual differs from this avatar, they get credits. A black man gets 1 point, a lesbian black trans woman practicing Islam experiencing a disability gets 5 points, a lesbian black trans woman practicing Islam experiencing a disability while identifying as a furry gets 6 points. I think you get the picture. I'm also concerned with the lack of a clause for no-cost firearm insurance to the less than legal migrant population as a migration incentive, as well as a voucher or exemption for indigenous persons as a reparation. Furthermore, I think we should throw in some positive discrimination, a 25% premium tax for white and straight people. These funds could be allocated to a legal and medical transition fund for transgender felons. Statistics show that retarded gun laws are statistically correlated to tragic boating accidents. Please, as an openly lesbian man, please vote no on this bill. A no vote will literally save our ecosystem and prevent pollution. Thank you.
Okay.
That's great.
So he does this a lot for all of the, and in Colorado, they do a lot of ridiculous shit in the General Assembly. So he's a lot of fun.
That's so funny. How have I not heard of this guy before?
Yeah. He's a institution here.
Gentile Alex Stein.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his blood work. I don't know if he's a Gentile.
Oh, okay. He just gives off strong Gentile vibes.
Was it the lesbian thing?
He's got a Gentile radar thing.
I do.
Gendar. Got it.
Gendar.
Has anybody checked out Kanye's tweets lately?
My 14-year-old brought me Kanye's tweet today.
Which one?
And he's like, it was a screenshot of it, and I'm a Nazi.
I like it when he says,
I'm like, why are you looking at Kanye on Twitter? Stop it! Don't do that.
Did you see what his wife wore to the Grammys?
Oh yeah,
that was amazing.
A sheath.
I knew what you were going to say, Alpha. I was talking to the rest of
them.
A see-through sheath is what she wore.
I actually have not seen these tweets yet, so this should be fun, Patrick.
I was abused by Jews, specifically Jamie Dimon. Froze my accounts. R. Emanuel wrote letters to get my deals dropped. Ben Shapiro is currently connecting death to my name. The Jews are still positioned between me and my audience. That is accurate. You know who hate black people the most? Black people. You know who kills the most black people? Black people. Okay.
This is like all in the last couple hours.
So funny how niggas rapping about killing niggas is not hate, but posting a swastika is hate.
What in the world?
Whoa, schizophrenic black. Whoa, racist.
What is going on with him though? Like for reals?
He's amazing.
MK Ultra went sideways, man. It's sideways.
What are the metric? What are the metrics on his tweets?
Oh, fuck.
Yeezy does not hire fat or ugly people.
Neither does Badly.
Moonjaro, whatever that means. Some people I love, some people I got love for. I don't hate anyone. I just don't care about them enough to hate them. Imagine somebody tell you you can't something. Oh, I'm gonna start calling bitches faggots. All right, let's.
Sorry.
Patrick's just going full blown Ron Burgundy right now. He's just.
I've never seen him so like invested in a show
excited.
before. Yeah.
You know, right? Okay, imagine somebody tell you you can't something and you listen to them. This person now has control over your life and they didn't even pay for it. They controlled your words with their words. Now you are a free prostitute.
See, I picture his phone is like cracked on the screen and it doesn't allow him to press the period button because he hasn't had a single period in any one of these tweets. And I'm confused why. It's the only explanation.
I'm gonna start calling bitches faggots, so you know I'm not homophobic.
We haven't gotten to the I'm a Nazi
He's
one yet.
shouty capping like my dad when he's excited.
My sales doubled since last night. Damn, the world must be racist like me. On another note, any bitch can get mad at you and claim rape. Then you're publicly guilty for the rest of your life or until they take down your helicopter in Calabasas where superheroes go to die. Oh my God.
Is that a Kobe Bryant joke?
Yes, it was. Wow.
That's brutal.
He's either off his meds or took too many. I'm not sure which.
Or he's just, you know, the sane one and the rest of us are nuts.
I'll entertain that theory too.
Every rapper is Ye until Ye show up. Yeah. Only rappers that never crossed me in anyway is Thug, Cardi, Quavo, Rocky, Nast, Eminem. I think it's just the nature of the sport of rap. Everybody want to be number one, so it's hard to deal with the fact that that's me and there's only one Ye, God on earth.
Ooh. Disavow. Now to Rokana.
What?
Now pull up Rokana's tweets so Patrick can read them.
We'll go back and forth between Ro and Kanye just to balance it out.
Concerning crypto, resend me that Crypto Connect where I don't use a middleman. Brian Armstrong, CEO and founder of Coinbase. I will ask for his phone number to provide to you. Wow.
Yeah, I saw
That's a guy.
I saw a post where he was talking about a crypto. Somebody like reached out to him, was like, "Hey, we want you to promote a crypto scam. You have to leave the tweet up for 8 hours. We'll give you $750,000, and then after 16 hours, you say your account was hacked, and we'll pay you the other like 1.25 million." But it was a planned pump and dump that they do with celebrities.
Holy shit! Who and
Kanye
and he said no and posted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll find that while you read this.
That's legit. Mad props for that one.
You know, we can just defend USAID because it's the right thing to do for America to help prevent children from dying from malaria and HIV. Not everything has to be an argument about what's good for our corporate or financial bottom line.
It's $1.5 trillion that they claim is only 1% of the $6.75 trillion budget, which would be $67 billion. But they're completely full of shit because the mapping of the USAID NGOs led to $1.5 trillion.
But Ash, you got to think about it from his perspective. If we don't fund the education of people in India, we won't have a pipeline of H-1B visa engineers to come here and take our jobs.
Infinity Indians.
Still not
Did you
sold.
guys watch that dude, Wigger? What is his name? He's Wigger on Twitter.
No, I do not think I've heard of that guy.
Sam Hyde.
That guy. That guy's brilliant.
That guy, yeah.
That was amazing.
Have you seen his TED Talk video?
I don't
that
know
he
what you're
did?
talking about. Will you show me?
Okay, this guy Sam Hyde, who's done like he's a comedian, but he's done a video to Elon Musk, and I think he's done a video to Vivek Ramaswamy. They're like just hilarious. But he's brilliant. But a long time ago, he did this TED talk where he showed up and he made fun of people doing TED talks, and it's the best thing. You can probably, I'll find clips of it. But Patrick, this is what I need you to read here.
I was proposed $2 million to scam my community. Those left of it, I said no and stopped working with their person who proposed it. Ex-promotional contract. $750,000 paid upfront to you. $1.25 million paid to you 16 hours after your post on X. Your post must stay up for 8 hours. It is promotion of a fake yay currency. After the 8 hours, you may post, my account was hacked. The post was not me. The company asking you to do this will be scamming the public out of tens of millions of dollars.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And that's a total possibility.
We won't listen to this whole thing.
I feel like I could sell that if we worked on the pitch language.
So they introduce him, and this is how he comes out there.
This water here? Is this anybody's? I'm claiming that right there. All right.
Remember, he's doing this like ironically, and they don't know that. And it's so brilliant. We won't watch the whole thing, but watch a little bit so you get the idea. What?
When was this?
Oh, I don't even know. A while ago.
Some notes here.
This person is Sam Hyde?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Keep that on me. I don't know if you guys can't hear me. Give me like 25 seconds here.
It's forever.
Give me like 10 more seconds.
He just walked out on stage.
Oh man, this thing. Can we turn this up a little bit so I don't have to like turn my head into it? Can you like, how about now? Test. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. You're doing a good job. Oh man, okay. Can we reset the clock so I have another minute extra, please? Thank you. There we go. Okay. Hey, I wanted to start sitting down anyway. Guys, pat yourselves on the back right now. Okay, let's do it. Come on, everybody. I'm not gonna let you stop until I see everybody doing it. Let's pat ourselves on the back. There we go. You two, you're patting each other. That's cheating. You couldn't keep your hands off her, could you? Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. She's a cutie. Hey guys, that pat on the back right there is for saving the world. I'm looking at young minds right now. You guys are all intelligent. I know that you did good in school. I didn't do that. You especially. You're very smart. Look at us. We're the machine that keeps the world going, okay? I'd like to start this talk off with a parable, a story, if you will. I was at a college, a second tier, not an Ivy League school, a second choice school. And I was in a class, and there was a student in that class, okay? And the teacher, he was spouting some horrible nonsense about how it was something about how women's rights are not legitimate, something that everybody knew was false. But if anybody had spoken up, he would have taken extreme joy in failing them. Okay, nobody spoke up. One person raised his voice. One person started talking. The teacher couldn't believe it. The classroom couldn't believe it either. But in the end, he had logic on his side. And at the end of the day, he proved this point. That student was Albert Einstein. And that same sense of childlike play and innocence that we know from Albert Einstein, I can sense it in this room today. TEDx, Drexel University, Next X. So you got to be thinking to yourselves right now, who's this 22-year-old kid up on stage with a chip on his shoulder and his heart on his sleeve and the world in his eyes? Well, that's a tough question, asking somebody to define who they are. I much prefer to ask, what inspires that person? What inspires you? What inspires you? What inspires you? I want an answer. What inspires you? You better find something, man. Don't worry about it.
We don't have to watch, but yeah, it's so funny.
This must have been years ago.
I can find out.
Because look how young he is.
Yeah.
That's some inspired ass comedy. How have I not heard of this guy? It's my bad for not having heard of this guy earlier. But the only thing I heard from him was his Dear Elon and Dear Vivek, which are funny, but also quite serious.
And brilliant, yeah.
I don't
It was
think I've seen either
2013.
of those either.
Yeah, just look up Sam Hyde on Twitter. And like this is his Dear Vivek. It's pinned. And if you look up Dear Elon, it's in there too.
It's 47 minutes long.
It is.
Yeah, but it's really
It
good.
goes by fast.
As they replace people like you with Indians over the next. Just
All right, I'm
remember,
in.
as they do that, you should steal and file sexual harassment lawsuits. It's not a nice thing. It's not nice to encourage people to steal. That's not how society should work. You don't believe in low trust societies. Too bad you're in one. There's no route towards restoring a high trust society in America, in my opinion. If there is, that's good. That's a great thing. That would be wonderful. I would love that. That would be amazing. Once a company has been infiltrated by DEI types and by Indians are up there with the most racially nepotistic people. They only have one. The competition is slim up there. I think if I say it in German, is that code? They're not going to know. They're up there with the most racially nepotistic people. And if the company's been taken over by those types, it's time to start stealing and doing whatever you got to do.
But yeah, you get the idea. It is pretty brilliant, though.
I like this guy. He does look a hell of a lot older, though.
Yeah.
Brad just posted a video of boils down to Nancy Pelosi dancing. Have you seen this?
What?
Well, Brad posted it saying, I had to see this, and now so
It's gotta
do you."
be AI.
Right? I don't know, maybe, but there it is.
I thought she broke her hip.
Very twisted.
Where is this at?
I have no idea. Brad posted it, and there it is.
Is this how she broke her hip?
Oh my God.
Look at her clapping. Her hand
Look at
can't
her
move.
husband. No worse for wear after being hit in the head with a hammer.
Isaac Cappy is still alive?
Cory Booker dancing with her.
It's not white enough to be Cory Booker.
How do literally none of them have any rhythm?
You know, the worst part about it is our tax dollars probably funded that.
Probably.
It's probably
Or
you
USAID.
said- Yeah, you said function.
At a minimum, insider trading.
You know who would have been dancing like a rock star there?
Mitch McConnell.
AOC.
She would have owned that dance floor, and all y'all know it.
You need an intervention.
Whatever, man.
As long as AOC's nickname is Intervention.
That's right.
You should try inviting her to GART. Say you'll debate her.
On what?
It doesn't matter.
Dude.
Internal practices of the CIA.
She's been outed. She is an operative of one kind or another, and her job is to make the left look retarded. And she nailed that job.
But couldn't it also be that the left
He's going down as a hero.
It's just retarded.
Like, what if they're just retarded and this is just her?
Yeah. They don't need help looking.
None of that's real.
They
She's
are.
like, Ash, you sent me a thread from 2021 that somebody wrote. I did a thread back in 2018 about how she's an operative. At BU, she was writing like high level stuff, highly intelligent stuff about how the left is frumpy, feminism is outdated, about, the Adam Smith economics. She was a smart girl. She's not a stupid kid. And she is not some bartender who became a congresswoman. None of that.
That was just a lie.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible somebody wrote those papers for her? I did homework for some of my buddies in college.
Be sure that's possible. But at the same time, the cover story of her being just a bartender who happened to stumble into being a United States congressperson, it's not that's just false.
Well, she didn't stumble into it. She auditioned
Hmm.
for congresswoman.
Yes.
And they told people that publicly
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
though it's normal.
Yeah, I could see that one going either way.
It's because she's like mildly attractive, right?
She's not mildly attractive. Okay, she's freaking hot.
She has great tits. I will give you that, but her face looks like a horse.
When have you seen her
Maybe
tits?
not. Freaking
No, I'm only
beautiful
outside
Mexican
the
horse.
shirt, but she has great tits. Are you guys going to fight me on AOC having great tits? She has great tits.
No, not
I
at all.
100% agree.
Right.
with
Why
you.
am I getting attacked?
I'm not attacking. I haven't seen them.
I'm saying the horse face. She doesn't have a horse face.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Little horsey.
You can get any beautiful woman caught at the wrong angle and make her face look tweaked. You go and if you just watch regular videos of her moving around, something that's fluid, and you're like, oh, she's hot.
The one propaganda video that they did of her dancing on the roof on the BU video, which made you fall in love with her. And now nobody can question AOC because you've seen her move around the way she did on the roof. Alpha, is that the video we're talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I've never
By the way,
succumbed to
I
that
was already in
propaganda, by
love
the
with her
way.
when I saw that video.
Sure.
You summed it up. I mean, I got an argument there.
Cold plunge.
It's kind of how it went down.
Yeah, AOC is the reason Alpha has to start taking ice baths every day.
Oh, she
This
has
is before
great
she
tits.
ran for
Don't
Congress?
tell me she doesn't have great tits.
Yeah, this is back at the.
Why do you hate tits, John?
That's not it. I just don't think you can judge tits by
Wait, is that real?
the shirt. Yeah, this is real.
She can move.
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched this whole video. I just saw the first. Wow, hello, crazy.
Was this before Congress?
You've
though?
never seen this before?
No, I've seen
No,
it, but I just
I
don't
only
remember
saw
the timing.
No, Patrick has never seen this before.
I've never seen this whole thing. No.
What?
Oh, it's good.
Odd. I did not see it before.
But you've read her dissertation papers from Boston University?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm a weird guy.
I think she's an operative. I'm unclear on the color of her hat.
Fair. It's anything other than she's a bartender who became a congresswoman.
That's not real.
Comments, you guys are wicked in the comments. Jesus,
What are they
y'all
saying?
they need Jesus, man. Look at it. Even I know where the line is. Some of y'all don't know where the
Holy
line
shit! If Alpha's saying they need Jesus,
We need Jesus?
I'm gonna check it out now.
Like
now he's
our-
saying some folks in the comments need Jesus.
There's some folks in the comments need Jesus, man.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
these are definitely some of the Monday crowd in the comments.
Yeah, but so as I understand it from the thread that I sent Patrick, she's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, she's very smart.
She's actually got quite the CV before becoming a congresswoman, and it has nothing to do with bartending.
To play the role she's playing, you have to be brilliant. You don't play that role unless you're brilliant.
John, I just sent you a picture on Telegram.
Can you send me the thread?
No, but I can.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Paul?
I just sent you a picture on Telegram in DMs.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. I believe that is fake though.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
But you can pull it up if you want. I'm not going to be responsible for that.
Oh no, we don't show boobs on. Believe it or not, we show boobs on Y-Chrome, so I'm not going to do it.
True story. They're a bunch of sissies.
Hey, you're on that show.
Yeah, I'm the one that they keep saying no to.
Who keeps saying no to you?
Paul and the rest of the guys.
Okay. See, I want to clarify. That's not me censoring anybody. They can. Do
How are
what
you
they
just
want.
going to not even hesitate to throw me under the bus as if CanCon had nothing to do with those decisions?
Yeah, let's blame CanCon.
Man,
I said Paul and the other guys.
can we just blame CanCon since he's not here?
Is he still a super normie on that show too?
They do panic a lot.
They panic a lot. You gonna send me this thread, Ash?
I'm looking for it. I tagged Patrick in it. I didn't send it to him. I thought at first it would be easy because I thought I sent it to him, but I just tagged it in him. So I
think
tagged
you
him in it.
texted it to me, but we text so much that I'd have to scroll back for like a week.
It's
Oh,
not
no,
in
it's your new-
text. I
it's
sent
your
it to
new
you
phone.
on Twitter.
So okay, I can find it.
completely agree. Anna Paulina Luna is hotter. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I agree.
Oh, yeah,
I got to agree. Anna Paulina Luna is hotter than
No,
AOC.
100%.
100.
However,
100%.
I think that there's a natural look to AOC's face that technically I prefer.
I agree.
Objectively, Of course, she's prettier.
I think they're
Did
both
you
pretty
guys see that
smoking.
video today where Anonymous kind of outs themselves as another Patriot Front?
Oh, dude, Anonymous has been in the bag for years now.
Well, they went full retard tonight, man.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, I'll grab the link for you guys.
Just pull it, share your screen. How long ago was this, Ash, that you think you shared it?
Like 2 days ago, Patrick, is that right?
Time has lost all meaning.
But the thread wasn't from 2 days ago. I just saw it.
The thread was from 2021, but you sent it to me like 2 days ago.
Oh, was it this one?
Uh-oh, P. Gunnels one. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. That's the one.
How did I find that before you?
Because you're less retarded than I am.
Well put. All right. Check.
Oh, should we read this? Because now I'm curious. I want to know what got Ash's Jimmy's rustling.
Look at her in that dress. Okay, anyway. Jesus. Okay, anyway. Rap game, Edward Bernays. Friendly PSA. AOC is not just a Latinx bartender from the Bronx with no political experience, but actually an establishment op with a spooky past who was put where she is to subvert America's growing leftist movement. Sandy Ocasio went to Boston U, which costs $55,000 a year, and graduated cum laude with a double major in international relations and economics, a path that many CIA folks have taken before her. Oh, she also interned for Senator Ted Kennedy, like all political outsiders do. That's sarcasm, by the way.
Is that like a known thing that people major in international relations and economics before the CIA?
Yeah, or political science, or I mean, that doesn't surprise me. That's kind of what I would consider a CIA generalist concentration. You go in to be a generalist. Otherwise,
School of International Relations at Harvard, like Dan Crenshaw, the pig, would go. Yeah, yes, international relations, economics at Harvard, Yale.
and then you specialize in a specific geography and type of whatever.
Okay.
As an undergrad, AOC studied abroad in Niger to volunteer with Women's Health, trying to get them to have fewer kids. Bill Gates shit. You can find blogs she wrote there if you dig a bit. But here's a video she filmed on her trip. Ooh, can we watch the video? I don't think I ever watched that. Healthcare in the bush.
You guys are 12.
I didn't say shit, Ash.
I was laughing at Alpha.
Sure.
Well, there's a rumor going around that I used to be her bar manager.
That's her.
Yeah. Apparently that bar is as real as Pakistani gender program.
That's not her. That's just some Asian lady.
Yeah, that's not her. That's not Sandy.
No, definitely not.
Oh.
Yeah. Nope.
Wait.
There
she is. That's her.
Hey there.
So Niger, which we've covered quite extensively.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy me a motorcycle.
They have a ruling junta.
I remember her writings about her trip to Niger, but I don't remember this video.
Oh, whoops. I'm going to go back to here.
Her trip to Niger was through the Niamey International Development Program, which is funded by USAID, a known CIA front. Remember, this was written in 2021. And what do you know? Shortly after she left Niger, there was a Western-backed coup that overthrew Niger's government.
Interesting.
When was she in there?
Like when she was 20.
Go back 2 posts. It talked about her going to Niger. Yeah. No, next one.
Well, I guess I can look at the video. The video says 2009.
She's got nice teeth.
The coup was in 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigeria. Okay. Anyway, after BU, she started a very ambitious career that she never talks about with the help of 2 Israeli tech entrepreneurs and venture capitalists, as you do. She founded a publishing company while also working as lead educational strategist at Gages Inc. Just bartender stuff.
Free Palestine. Sorry.
You want to read this?
Look at her. Okay. Anyway, sorry. It's a good picture. Let's see. Hoomst among us hasn't lobbied to double tax breaks for startups back when we were young and dumb before becoming socialist revolutionary leaders. Probably why she had to become a bartender. Damn taxes. Alexandria founded Brook Avenue Press, a social enterprise dedicated to providing relevant educational products to children and parents in urban areas. Recently, she partnered with the Sunshine Bronx Business Incubator to design entrepreneurial curricula for those interested in launching their own enterprise. They use methods informed by the collective real-world experiences of Sunshine's large community of successful startup entrepreneurs. Her primary interests lie in entrepreneurship and developing innovative, healthy, enterprising communities for generations to come.
What is Gauge? Is that like the name of the company? Gauge?
Gages
IS?
Inc.
Trying to see if there's anything from USAID funding there, but I'm not seeing anything off the bat. So
they should put me in charge of interrogating her.
She's freaking up to stuff all times. She's around her awesome appearance, and she probably is also an assassin.
Probably. It's the most logical answer.
Yeah, well, your sarcasm notwithstanding, I think I'm onto something there. All right. Anyway, just because someone had a photo op with Senator Kirsten Gillibrand in 2012 doesn't mean they can't identify as an anti-establishment political outsider in 2018. Please check your privilege, child.
What's Sunshine Bronx? That was the name? I want to. Sunshine Bronx Business Incubator. Okay.
This girl is very familiar with the corridors of power. And damn, how lucky was Netflix when they decided to make a documentary about political outsider candidates in 2018 that followed AOC's grassroots campaign and unprecedented political upset, directed by a Yale alum.
I'm sure that had nothing to do with Susan Rice being named to the board of directors of Netflix in 2018.
Oh my. Hey there.
Look, she's pretty.
Is she pretending to be okay? She's pretending just to be a political outsider there. What's that? AOC doesn't mind someone with the life experience of being a CIA agent becoming a politician as long as their story is good. Lol, interesting. Okay, what is she saying in that video?
Number of swing districts where the Democrats are running former military or intelligence agency candidates, Alyssa Slotkin in Michigan. What do you think about that, and will you call on people to vote for these candidates?
Well, I think it all depends on the individual candidate. I don't think that a person's life experience in one way or another necessarily precludes them from running for office. I think what is important and most important is a candidate's given story. And for me, it's I'm very outspoken about being an anti-war candidate, about calling out even the domestic history of colonization in the United States. So I think it depends.
Number of swing districts.
She's acting. She's putting on the role at this point. She's gotten better at it, but that was early in her career playing this character.
Could be.
No wonder she ended up giving a lot of money that she raised from socialists.
How long is this Twitter thread?
Oh,
my gosh. This is the longest thread I've ever seen.
Oh, wow, dude. You should have checked out some of the it doesn't go by. It goes by really fast for me because it's, got lots of pictures of AOC throughout.
Okay, well, we'll try to read through it a little faster.
Okay, you got it. No wonder she ended up giving a lot of money that she raised from socialists and her stands to fellow Democrats with military or intelligence backgrounds. They all must have had really inspiring stories. Remember all the bullshit she pulled during Bernie's campaign, taking forever to endorse him, speaking out against toxic Bernie bros and condemning his Joe Rogan interview, et cetera, et cetera? Well, mission accomplished.
Well, not really. They stole it from him. He didn't organically lose,
Yeah, but at the top of the thread, they say that her job is to destroy the left. That her job is to create fractures and division within the left, the progressive left. That's how I read it.
Interesting. But did she have an impact on the Bernie Bros? Because he probably should have won.
She was super outspoken as an advocate for him for a long time.
Yeah.
But she was, he's still in the freaking Senate. It's not like he lost anything, just the fake presidential election, which they were never going to let Bernie Sanders have anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
that wasn't because of AOC, like the thread is implying. But I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate throughout the thread because everybody else here is in love with her.
Ash isn't.
I am not.
Ash likes her tits. We all heard her say it.
Well, I do like her tits. She has great tits.
Anybody who doesn't
I
like
breastfed
is a
3
retard.
kids. I can't pull that off.
Remember when conservatives tried to do a gotcha on her with this dancing video? Pretty weird how that's the only oppo they could find on her, and none of this spook shit that I'm posting, because the AOC psyop is such a gift to both sides of the same empire. But there's no way AOC is an establishment plant. What about all her feisty drama with Nancy Pelosi? Ah, yes, Pelosi, the politician who has never used performative theatrics before. AOC's radical Green New Deal seems pretty sus after she attended the Met Gala with Bronfman, worth $100 million, who's a green tech entrepreneur. No wonder he's cool with getting taxed. He'll get all that money back in government contracts through AOC's revolutionary plan.
And that's like her husband, right?
I don't know, man. I think she's married to some ginger pup.
I think that's
there
her
he is.
husband. Yeah.
Is that Bronfman related to Claire Bronfman from NXIVM fame?
I think
He's a cis white colonist, is what I see.
I can take him.
Oh, Alpha.
This is all to say that AOC isn't stupid. All this shit is calculated, and she's brilliantly accomplishing her assignment of wrecking the movement that Bernie started. She's an easy punching bag for conservatives and great at dividing the left with her shenanigans. I called that shit in 2018. By the way, that account was completely destroyed off of Twitter. AOC always been on the payroll of CIA. New rule: anyone who protests with bongos is definitely a deep state op, is not assigned to delegitimize whatever cause they're bongoing for.
I'm pretty sure I retweeted that.
That's a great point. It would be really cool if the CIA opened up their books and we got to see everybody who's been a CIA asset forever.
The knock list.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of what this USAID exposure is.
Yeah,
and you take that and scale it to, the whole of USA funding.
Yeah, but
USA
I'm saying
spending.
I want names. It'd be cool to see hey, here's the W-9 of AOC from the CIA. Here's the W-9 from Ben Shapiro from the CIA. Go through the list of all the people that are being paid by the CIA. We don't need actual undercover people overseas, but people who are playing the narrative game on Twitter and in America. I think those should all be disclosed.
I agree with you. I think that is a very aspirational goal.
You mean one we'll never get? That's
The-
what you mean.
The pay stubs from the CIA to all the actors we've been watching. Yeah, I think that's a bit out of reach, but I could be wrong.
I didn't mean literally. I don't want their W-9 and social security number. I just would love to know who they are.
Pretty much all of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I think anybody screaming about losing their USAID funding right now is a pretty good bet.
Yeah. Okay, but I think we get the gist of the thread.
Yeah.
All right, read this one. Patrick.
Aha. Attention libs and leftist cosplayers triggered by AOCIA and Trumpers who think it's a QAnon proof or whatever. Calm down. Trump was an op too. The empire realized that no one was buying Hope and Change Girl Boss reboot, so they called in a clown to keep Bernie out. Obs. Lol.
Now, how do you feel about this thread, guys?
Just because he comes up with stupid conclusions doesn't mean that his dig isn't worth anything.
That's true. We've seen a few of those in our day.
True. I have that video if you guys want to play it. I don't know if you want to play the whole thing. It's almost 4 minutes long, but you'll get the gist of it fairly quick.
Greetings, citizens of the United States. The effects of Donald Trump's presidency are no longer distant warnings. They are here, unfolding before you. While
what is this from? What's context? I forgot.
So Anonymous, he has the 5 point something million followers on X. Posted this on his account, I think this morning or last night.
You saw this, but you didn't see the big balls thing?
So this was sent to me on my phone. That's why I saw it.
Oh, gotcha. So, okay, now I'm good.
Okay.
many remain unaware, blinded by the administration's relentless efforts to suppress the truth. The rest of the world is watching, and it is responding. Long-standing alliances with key nations such as Canada and Mexico are fracturing inch by inch. The cracks are widening, and the global community is reassessing its trust in the United States. The question is no longer if, but when these relationships will collapse entirely. The consequences will be severe. Every imported product you rely on, everyday essentials, food, technology, will see skyrocketing prices, making even basic necessities unattainable for the average American. What you perceive as a simple rise in costs is, in reality, a calculated strategy. The plan? To systematically dismantle the lower class, to push those already struggling into the abyss of poverty where they will face an impossible choice. Perish or submit to servitude under the wealthy elite. Make no mistake, this is economic warfare, and the target is you. The recent ICE raids are not just about immigration enforcement, they are about control. The Trump administration seeks to reignite the flames of racial inequality and segregation-era policies, erasing diversity to craft a nation built on division and fear. These operations are disrupting local economies, forcing businesses to crumble, and ensuring the economic elimination of the working class. What follows is a society engineered to serve the interests of the few at the cost of the many. And as the oligarchy takes shape, another darker ideology is creeping into the mainstream. Fascist ideals, once whispered in the shadows, are now being openly embraced. Symbolism matters. Gestures matter. Elon Musk, a figure of immense influence, recently tested the waters with a gesture recognized worldwide as a Nazi salute. This was not an accident. It was a message, a challenge, a warning. But know this, the people are not silent. Despite the administration's best efforts to muzzle dissent, the voices of resistance grow louder. Trump's reckless overhauls, his purges of experienced government officials, his chaotic restructuring of critical infrastructure have created vulnerabilities, weaknesses, entry points. This transition period is his greatest liability, but it is also our greatest opportunity. The rushed implementation of new systems, the mass firings of key personnel, and the chaotic dismantling of existing structures have left behind critical gaps that Anonymous can and will exploit. Every system that has been hastily restructured without foresight, every official removed without proper transition planning, leaves behind exposed veins within the government's framework. These vulnerabilities are more than just bureaucratic inefficiencies. They are cracks in the foundation that can and will be breached. Anonymous watches. Anonymous waits. The time to act is fast approaching. The administration's arrogance blinds them to the fragility of their own system. Their overconfidence in their ability to silence dissent and erase opposition will be their undoing. We know where to look. We know how to strike. But understand this, our intervention, no matter how disruptive, will only be a temporary roadblock unless you, the people, rise. This is your warning. This is your chance. The transition period is fleeting, and once they solidify their grip, your options will vanish. If you fail to act now, the cost of resistance will be far greater in the future. To those in power, think carefully. Your decisions now will determine your future. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. Greetings, citizens.
And they do not get laid either. Holy cow.
And this is
Definitely not.
First of all, let's talk about the production of that.
Follow us on Blue Sky. Clearly.
What a shock. So stick a Guy Fawkes mask on a dude in a hood and have him bob his head back and forth like this, and then superimpose a voice on top of it. Poor production. Are we that cringe on the right when we talk about our anonymous network? Because that was incredibly cringy.
Yeah. I think if anybody out there had any questions, There were still some folks I know in my personal life that's like, yeah, man, Anonymous is totally legit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that video just put that shit to rest. I mean, anybody into it as known Anonymous was co-opted ages ago and has been a clown front ever since. That video basically, like, Anonymous standing up for the government. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that was my takeaway as well, is that, wait a second, the Anonymous folks are shilling for the government now and upset because the government struck. Holy fuck, are these guys taking USAID money too?
That's what I was gonna say. It's one of the last,
right?
It's one of the last film productions of USAID.
What are they going to
That's
exploit?
why it was so piss poor.
They're going to exploit the USAID? How? Like, what are they going to do?
No, my point was that they were upset because their money has been cut off.
No, but I'm talking about like their thread or their video where they're saying with all these mass firings, there's now places we can exploit. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to go into the Department of Education and stop funding for, like, what are their? I don't understand. They hasn't fired people at any of the actual critical infrastructure places yet that we know of.
Maybe that was telling about who they are, John. Maybe the Anonymous is a bunch of blue-haired teachers inside of the Department of Education.
Maybe. Interesting though. I did not see it going that direction. I thought that was like our side type of thing. And then
all right, that one's not a good look.
Yay, that right here.
What? Is this the one your son showed you, Ash?
No, it said I am a Nazi or I am Nazi or something like that.
This one's from this morning.
It wasn't Hitler though, it was just Nazi.
Freaking yay.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
That's crazy. Whatever happened to Rittenhouse? I haven't seen much of him in a while.
Average Mage is from India? What? Hey, they hate Israel too.
There you go.
I'm so confused.
Penny and John.
Yeah, did you see Elon Musk responding to Ian Mills Chong about Bannon? Like, Bannon and Musk are in this weird, they're bitching at each other fight. And then Ian Mills Chong, whatever, calls out Bannon on Twitter. It's like, oh, Bannon hasn't done anything or something. And Elon Musk responds like, yeah, what is he? He hasn't done anything, whatever. But it's just ironic that he's calling out Bannon responding to Chong, who literally does nothing all day long except suck Elon's dick on Twitter. Like, that's literally all he does. And that's what you choose to respond to?
Doesn't Chong like live overseas too?
Malaysia.
Like Malaysia or some shit? Yeah.
Gosh. It's insane.
Allegedly, if he's even real.
Right?
No, I'm done looking at that Twitter page. Super lame.
That's gay.
That's weird though. The whole thing's weird.
Yeah.
You got to imagine the NSA is all over that. Because that sounded like a threat.
Well, privacy is a complete and total myth, and anything that you say online, they absolutely do know about and can action. So,
yeah, and Elon Musk can just look that up in a second and be like, yeah, we know exactly where this guy is. Big Balls is all over that, guys.
Big Balls is on it.
Yeah, Big Balls has probably already seen all of our shitty attempts at memeing.
That probably was Big Balls. Just messing with the left.
Oh, they're very pro-Ukraine too.
There's a shock.
Yeah, what else happened today? Or should we start going through the rants and see what the peeps are saying?
We have rants?
No.
We do have rants.
Wow.
He seemed genuinely surprised.
So shocked.
You don't think people would pay money to listen to your Indian accent?
This is not something
I
had
would.
considered.
Twice.
You know what? I bet if you read the rants in your Indian accent,
No, I really don't.
we would get more rants that came in.
No.
You got a good
no.
Russian accent too, though.
What's the one accent you can't do?
Russian,
I
Australian.
can't do Australian, or I can try it, and then you get all like, you tell me that the accent isn't accurate while doing that North Dakota accent that makes everybody think you're from Canada.
And then you say flag.
Flag.
Whatever, you're all fags. So
Fags. I can't do
I think you mean
Australian.
fags.
I can't do New Orleans. There are a bunch of accents I can't do.
But there's a bunch you can do, and that's why we love you.
It is true. I can.
Let's start reading through, Patrick.
$1 sleep state. Good evening, Justice Jock.
Actually, you know what? Before we do that, you haven't even talked about your product yet.
Holy shit! How did I forget to talk about? Hey, you know what? There's a video. There we go. Got it already queued up, and I'll just play you a video of me talking.
There you go.
Easier for me. Hey, Badlanders, Patrick Gunnels here, inviting you to go to tulipblooms.shop for our epic buy one, get one half off Valentine's Day sale. The castor blend will make your skin supple and soft. Rainfall with its aloe healing gel will do the exact same thing, plus add vitamins and minerals and the creamy moisture. Epic Moisture Creamy Body Butter is now buy one, get one half off. Check it out today. Not to mention epicminerals.net. Promo code Badlands. Buy one, get one half off Zeolite Extra Spray. Buy one, get one off Epic Minerals Wellness Extra Capsules. And buy one, get one half off Silver Extra with humic and fulvic acid spray. All of it right now. Buy one, get one half off. Do not forget. Promo code Badlands, 10% off. And every time you use that promo code, 25% of that sale goes directly into an account that pays Badlanders' salaries. Go to tulipblooms.shop, epicminerals.net. Promo code Badlands for both buy one, get one half off until Sunday at midnight. Get yours today.
There you go.
And there that goes.
Awesome, man. Let's read through these then.
Okay. Sleep State. Good evening, Justice Jock. $5. Tammy Holland. Good evening, Badlands family. Is anyone getting sick of winning yet? No. We're having too much fun. America is making a comeback at breakneck speeds, and I'm loving it. $7. Human 17. Jennifer Ray would not be disappointed if Patrick says, those motherfuckers. I would like him to say it in a French accent. Great work, chaps. Nothing can stop what is coming. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, when I worked for the Charlotte Hornets, man, one of the chefs in the kitchen was French, and when he would get worked up, that's exactly what he would say. Those motherfuckers. Just without fail. The pressure starts getting up, dude's gonna start ranting about those motherfuckers every time.
$117. Micro Tool Maker. Badlands is blessed with so much talent and intelligence. I'm becoming addicted to new shows every day now. If this keeps up, I may go broke. Law, where we go one, we go all. Thank you so much for your incredible generosity, Micro Toolmaker.
Thank you, sir.
$17. Abe Froman. This is the best movie ever. Trump and his administration got CNN to say big balls on live TV.
Abe Froman is a great screen name.
Yeah, thank you to the Sausage King of Chicago.
He is indeed the one and only.
This is why I love you, Ash.
$5. Susie Q20. Vegas is a shit show. Take your EMF disc because it will suck the life out of you. Agreed.
Yeah, and we're not on the strip in Vegas. It's a little off, so we're in a safe place. It's a good place if you don't want to partake in the Sin City sinning, where we're going to be is great.
Oh yeah, don't want.
It's more of a sin town where we're going to be.
You can totally avoid all the sin too, and you can just take part of the eating food and just enjoying the desert
and just hang out with like-minded people.
Sin Commonwealth.
Or catch an Uber with Alpha and go to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Sabadon?
Did you say Sabadon?
Sabadon and Gomorrah.
Sabado.
$5. Okay, wait, no. So $5. Milindi, great hat for you, Ash.
Thank you so much.
$2. Milindi. So, is a young person's desire to marry with one's own kind really all that controversial? It is among the Twitter elite crowd. Well,
and DOGE's decision makers, because that kid got fired.
Yeah, freaking ridiculous.
I want hired back, right? Did we hear he has been hired back?
He's back. I wonder if it's Susie Wiles who made that decision. Chief of staff.
To bring him back or to fire him?
To fire
him. Interesting. There's you playing on the seated tension between Susie Wiles as the White House chief of staff and Elon Musk as the head of DOGE, and the fact that the entity reports to Susie Wiles, and there was a hubbub a couple weeks ago that she wasn't letting him in the White House and he had to be in the Eisenhower building across the street. I like what you did there, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
I married a white woman. Does that mean I'm racist?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
$5. The Department of Energy front doors look like Walmart at 5:30 a.m. on Black Friday. That's wonderful. It's $5. Papa DB1. Thank you for that one. $2. Dahlstrom. Love Badlands. Watch every day. I was in dental for 12 and a half years. And once the fake Rona hit, I decided to pull my kids from school and stay home and homeschool. Best decision ever.
Good for you.
Very smart.
Dahlstrom, send me a DM. How do you help with your teeth sensitivity? Save me.
Is it that bad?
It sucks, man.
It's going to wear off, dude. Don't worry. You'll be fine. And they're going to be white. Your teeth will be white as hell. All right. $17. Resolute 23 Patriot. Big balls might be our actual B-2 bomber. One's perspective changes when you know Musk is one of Q, being all in the mustard, trying to catch up. Must suck. You'll get there eventually.
Nicely done.
Yeah. $2. Dahlstrom. I have Badlands Daily on every morning at 7 a.m. Washington State time. Lol. My boys and I listen to you every morning. Love you guys. I can't wait for the next 4 years. They will be glorious.
Hang on a second, Patrick. Do you hear what I hear in that post?
What?
There's a show on before Badlands Daily.
Yeah. The brief comes on before that. So, you should watch that at 6 a.m. Washington State time.
That's right. Should watch the brief.
Absolutely. $2. Dahlstrom. Alpha definitely need ruffles on his apron when making you guys sandwiches. Thanks.
Ruffles are good. Barb, ruffles.
They have
Ruffles.
$100. Boom diggity. Thank you so much. I would say that it was pretty huge. The boss took the chairman position today from David Rubenstein, Mr. Carlisle Group, and president of the Alfalfa Club.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow in the Power Hour, one of our topics. But yeah, took the job from him. Did you see that, Patrick? You probably didn't.
Of course not. What's going on?
Okay, so yeah, this is a great post we could read real quick.
Sorry. Couldn't help.
Holy shit. This is on Truth Social. Donald J. Trump. At my direction, we are going to make the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. great again. I have decided to immediately terminate multiple individuals from the Board of Trustees, including the chairman, who do not share our vision for a golden age in arts and culture. We will soon announce a new board with an amazing chairman, Donald J. Trump. Just last year, the Kennedy Center featured drag shows specifically targeting our youth. This will stop. The Kennedy Center is an American jewel and must reflect the brightest stars on its stage from all across our nation. For the Kennedy Center, the best is yet to come.
Wait. Did he just fire the chairman and name himself new chairman?
Yes.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Who was the chairman before?
David Rubenstein.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why it's a topic for tomorrow, because for those who don't know, devolution.link part 14, I called this motherfucker out way back in 2022.
Big time. This
Whole
guy
article
is
dedicated to
straight
him.
up with the Prussian pickle.
This guy owns the Magna Carta.
Prussian pickle.
This guy is the head of the Alfalfa Club. And yes, he was the head of the Kennedy
Mr.
Center.
Prussian.
Dude, last year when Barbara and I went to Monticello and Arlington National Cemetery, Rubenstein dumped a ton of money into Monticello, and his money was basically involved with putting the tour together there. Whereas at Arlington National Cemetery, the tour is by the Department of Defense military, right? Guess which tour wasn't woke? The one at Arlington. Thomas Jefferson touring his place. You couldn't go 5 minutes without the guide reminding you that Jefferson owned over 600 slaves.
Wow.
Thanks, Rubenstein.
But Trump becoming, like, naming himself the head of the Kennedy Center, the chairman, reminds me of the Office clip where Dwight becomes his own assistant. I don't know if you guys have seen this clip. It's
I want
so
to see
funny.
it now.
Okay, they do this whole series of competitions trying to find. This is like the very end of the series when he becomes the manager of the branch finally, something he's been working for, and they're trying to figure out who his assistant's going to be. Then here, I'll just play.
And yet, it might be the most.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm going upstairs.
You know, the whole switch to the assistant thing. None of these people are good enough. I know. What I'm about to say makes no logical sense, and yet it might be the most logical thing I've ever said.
Jim, this is going to come as no surprise, but I know exactly what you were going to say. The only possible assistant to my assistant is me.
The new to the assistant to the regional manager is Dwight K. Schrute.
Yes.
Thank you. I think you might want to kneel for this. And yet, the manager for Dunder Mifflin kneels for no man.
Okay, but John, did you see that Raheem Kassam said the other day that the U.S. version of The Office is no good?
Yeah, but that guy's not.
I mean, he's English. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I vehemently disagree with him. The Office is my second
stopped
favorite
giving
show
a
ever.
shit about what they cared about back in the 1700s. So
Yeah, we had a war over that.
Yeah.
That guy probably agrees with Ro Khanna about the big balls thing. So
Yeah,
it's a very bad opinion. Anyway,
it is a bad opinion.
yeah,
Agreed.
big deal, Patrick, about the Kennedy Center thing. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Oh my God. Okay. $2 Dahlstrom. Love you, Patrick, but your shit is falling off your walls since yesterday. Oh, much love though. This look, I got these up and these do not fall off. I know shit was falling off. It was like
not
sharing
wrong.
Spaceballs. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
$1.
Thank you, Dahlstrom. I appreciate your honesty.
Chuck Schumer, this is Denise Ann too. Chuck Schumer screaming we will win after watching the U.S. aid building be shut down and all the signage removed is hysterical. Yeah, it was really amazing. What got into him? What do you think he was doing?
So I posted this like this is the reaction after they after their assisted living home announced they're going to hold a cribbage tournament.
Don't talk shit about cribbage. Cribbage is awesome.
I know, but it's a very popular with the old people, and
It's still a good game. We can't let it die. It's our job to carry it on through generations because the old people are dying.
I agree. Pinochle is another great game. I love Pinochle.
I don't know how to play that one.
Still waiting for somebody to play with me at a guard. So I'll bring my cards this time.
Okay.
Actually, we could probably find cards there since we'll be in Vegas. Anyway,
They might have them.
you might have some cards for us.
All right. Next, we have Wedged Gravy, $5. Mike Benz is on Tucker right now. Patrick, proud of you, man. Business taking off. Ash, nice hat to wear in Shakedown Street. And last, Dems ain't got shit to go right now. Desperate for any message.
Just got to poke around.
$1, Keith O'Higgins. A government employee complaining at a town hall about random 30% yank. Sounds like they didn't appreciate an unfinished hand job. Damn straight.
I don't get it.
Rank and yank.
Which video was the guy complaining about an unfinished yank?
The Dr. Shaman.
It was in the subtitles at some point. I noticed that myself.
Yanking something, yeah.
$10, Poso for Hope. Friday Funnies, Liberty Den is much needed good times. Thanks all. God bless. Thank you. $2, Dahlstrom, Ash, love you. You need Abby on one of these Friday Liberty Dens, so you're not the only female on here. Heart.
Yeah, but I think she's busy Alaskaing because I actually texted her and was like, hey, are you coming on Liberty Den? And I didn't get a response.
Yeah, and Brad, I think he was watching, and I was like, dude, hop on. And must not fit with their time zone.
Yeah.
So what is it there, like noon or something?
I don't think it's noon. That seems
I think it's
excessive.
like 7:30. I think they're 5 hours behind.
Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels right.
Okay.
So it's like 7:30, 8:30, something like that.
$1. Also, my name is Lindsay, not Dahlstrom. I haven't tried to figure out how to change my Rumble name. Good night. Love to you all. Okay.
I will try to remember that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lindsay.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't think you can. That's why mine is still absolute conviction 1776.
You can't change it?
Hilarious.
No.
Oh, I had no
Why
idea.
I will always be Pagunnels on.
It's 8:30 in Alaska. The chat is
From now on, when I see you in person, Patrick, I'm not going to say, hey, Patrick. It's going to be, hey, Pagunnels. Pagunnels.
Pagunnels. I like that.
$1, Keith O'Higgins. Sam Hyde seems like the kind of guy who would tell the old joke to Vance and Vivek in person. Hey, who killed more Indians than John Wayne? Union Carbide.
Wow.
So I would just say that quickly, I do listen to the brief each morning so I can hear how to pronounce the words properly, which doesn't always work because the Russian ones I always fuck up. But the robot voice that reads the brief to me says "good money."
Oh, really?
hmm
I'm mostly surprised that we put any of Gimoni's stuff in there.
Well, he has some things to say.
I'm just kidding. He should have joined us in here.
$5. Patrick J17 Alpha, my first Facebook account. Some Q sent me a video of AOC performing fellatio on probably her bar manager. I always wondered if it was real. Go Rajas.
He sent you that on Facebook? Of all places?
Definitely drop that link in my ex.
My money's on fake.
I'll definitely investigate this.
I'm going with fake, and Alpha needs an intervention.
Yes, he does.
That'll be the next show. Alpha needs an intervention.
Well, Patrick needs one too, so maybe we can get a group rate.
I bet you AOC could get a group rate.
Oh my
God. $1, the Liberty Lion. I do feel like if I tried to feed AOC a carrot, she would take it and I could pet her.
It's ruthless.
How does that make you feel,
She's a
Alpha?
horse face.
Not completely wrong.
That's so funny.
Oh, God. Okay. Well done. $2, Angie K. Mr. Reagan did a long documentary on her back. No, a long documentary on her back when she was first elected, AOC. And I miss mini AOC. What happened to that little one?
See, this proves punctuation's important, and Kanye could learn a lesson from this. That's great.
$2, Keith O'Higgins, with whistleblowers in DC called Deep Throat and now Big Balls. It sounds like they're ramping up to shoot a porn movie with AOC called Jewish Spunk Lasers.
Pew 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 pew.
I think I added something to it. $2, Papa DB1 Alpha. Maybe you can be the mayo on her buns. T the Gart Super Sandwich Extravaganza in Vegas.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
$1.
I'm going to say no for the group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice
$1, Keith O'Higgins. John Shapiro would never file W-9 forms. He will be exposed by Big Balls' shekel spreadsheet system sponsored by ExpressVPN and Boll and Branch.
Nice. That was a good one.
Because one thing I cannot do really well is sleep. But Boll and Branch sleep sheets, I sleep just great.
I think we have to protect Keith O'Higgins with everything we have because he's a treasure, a Badlands treasure.
I know we should think of a show where we just we have Keith O'Higgins write down a bunch of haikus, we'll call them, and then Patrick just spends a half an hour reading them straight. Like collect the haikus throughout the day, Keith, and then Patrick reads them. That's it.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
I would watch it I wouldn't miss it.
Keto haikus.
$2, Sleep State. I think the Deep State is going to make another attempt. It's their only option, isn't it? Or they're just freaking dead and everything we're watching is just exposure and kabuki.
I'm with you on that one.
$17, News Treason.
What's up, man?
Happy Friday from the Gulf of America. This is the all-star team right here. Thank you so much, Dave.
Oh yeah, man. We'll have you back.
Appreciate you, Dave.
Are you really in the Gulf of America? Oh,
He's in
that's right.
Florida.
Gulf of America.
That's so awesome.
Hey, come back next week, Dave. From board.
Big time. $1, Julie Alberta 3. Patrick's shirt on this video commercial reminded me of Tom Hanks's volleyball picture. Bummer. Oh, it's like from Castaway.
Is a bummer about the shirt or the movie?
The movie, maybe? AOC is the perfect honeypot for Alpha.
This is true. That's it.
Right?
100% true.
Big time. Guys,
nailed it.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to honeypot each other? Feds?
So hey, John, when
Yeah, there's
AOC,
layers.
they are.
There's different
Yeah.
jurisdictions.
John, when
Yeah,
AOC shows up in Vegas, make sure you side eye the shit out of her.
Yeah. I'll call her out directly. I'm not afraid to do that. Alpha knows. It's a little fed on fed action. There's got to be a term for that.
It's called fun.
$17. John Q. Adams 17. I think DOGE fired big balls just so that they could troll harder by shoving it in the media's face that the people don't give a F.
Well, honestly, they milked the story even longer.
Yeah.
Because now they're gonna have to report on big balls being rehired.
But that's like, so okay, maybe that was the point.
Could have been.
So that we can see how much the cancel culture type of messaging works on the populace. My position on this is, if we are canceling 19-year-olds with specific skill sets that can work AI and other tech in a way that nobody can, but we're canceling them because they said something racist adjacent a while ago, fuck all the way off. All the way.
How many dicks should they eat?
In the duffel
The
bag.
entire
Every
barrel.
last fucking dick. You're not getting up from this table until the bag of dicks that's on your plate is empty. You're going to eat every last fucking dick. You're not getting up.
Damn. Finish your plate.
Finish your fucking plate.
God, how did it? Okay. $5. Roger Paul 59. Alpha needs to be dressed in the Swedish chef costume.
I agree with that. Barb, can you work on that for me?
$1. Keith O'Higgins. Can't wait to watch the next Kennedy Center Awards hosted by gay. No.
Do they have awards shows? Kennedy Center?
I have maybe.
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I don't even know what the Kennedy Center is, except for it's the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts.
I was
And
in Florida and it was about space, so I'm totally lost.
with David Rubenstein being the chairman,
Yep.
is that a symbolic thing that we just watched with Donald Trump?
It's like a big, like, they push money all over the place.
Okay. Wow.
So there's a Kennedy Center and a Kennedy Space Center, and they're different.
Yes.
Okay.
The Kennedy Center that we're referring to is the one, it's on the Potomac, actually. It's like right on the Potomac River.
Okay. Next, we have $17. Resolute 23 Patriot Musk's 1113 Eastern post about big balls. Drop number 1113. Chemicals. B is the symbol for boron. Atomic number 5, 5 by 5. Enjoy the mustard. Thank you for that. Very cryptic. $2. AOB 22. Rumor has it, Mr. Ed carries a torch for AOC.
Makes
Of course.
A horse is a horse.
$17. John Q. Adams 17. The firing was always with the intent to bring him back, was my point. Oh, wait.
Like it.
Yeah,
To
I
bring
kind
him
of
back.
agree.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Balls.
Big
Yes,
balls.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree with that take.
There is a
Yeah,
lot.
I think that's a good take.
I agree. Yeah, that's
Great take.
good stuff.
Because I think the net effect on it is, don't fucking fire him. We got to hit 4 billion a day. Keep going, and that's the right take for the.
Well,
amount
not
of
only
people.
that, but it symbolizes a move out of the era of forcing apologies out of people for saying that H-1B visa holders suck.
All of the cancel culture shit. Oh, he's not here to defend himself, though.
That's okay.
This is awesome.
It is pretty cool, though.
I have them here. I got to use them.
Wow. How did you do that? So wrong.
I didn't do it. Thank you, Phil, for doing this.
God, what did you gave him a girl's mouth.
I didn't give him anything. I had nothing to do with it. I just said,
Hey,
hey, make
to
this
be
food.
fair, he actually took the picture
Yeah.
of with all the butterflies are in the picture.
Like this is the original picture
the
that I sent.
original picture.
But yeah, it's Lisa's
Oh,
birthday.
you're saying those butterflies were
Is it
also
today?
originally in the picture?
That's
Oh,
why he's
happy
not here.
birthday, Lisa.
That's why
Oh,
we're not here.
wow, Zach, you get what you deserve. You took that picture.
Yeah, to be fair, he took it before AI was a thing, but
You're true.
Anyway, one more rant from Keith O'Higgins. Patrick, you missed my Alpha rant. Oh, we don't want that. A question for Alpha. If you accept the Fed buyout, do you get to keep those snazzy Patriot Front uniforms?
So,
Great
did
question.
anybody here notice that Jake Shields and a few other super duper based and red pilled influencers out there are saying, hey, just want y'all to know that you're going to find out that Patriot Front are actually just good people. Did you see
I
any of that?
have not seen
No, I've
that
not
at
seen
all,
that.
but I want
And they're
to.
simping for Patriot Front. It's out there. It's beautiful. I love it.
They
Pretty
said it from
crazy.
day one. Candace Owens, Jake Shields, Dan Bazarian, Nick Fuentes, all of them.
Yes.
All part of an op.
They are. They
For
are.
sure.
Yep.
We agree.
There
Awesome.
was
John, how come we didn't get any op money?
Because I didn't
Yeah.
get any op money.
Yeah, we get nothing.
Once I get the op money, I'll
We got
pass.
fucked.
I'll pass
There's
the-
apparently a
on.
shit ton of op money out there, and we got none of it. So
I know we've been looking at the op money, and apparently we did not have the skills.
It's bullshit, honestly.
Listen, I'll take some fucking op money. Okay, I just want actual.
I will push whatever.
Like I'm sitting here, I'm calling out Benny Johnson because he's like, oh, look at these government funded people. I was like, dude, you were funded by government too. Remember that tenant media thing? But I'm sitting like the back of my mind is like, hey, I'll take some of that money as well, guys.
I tried, man. I
You
tried.
tried.
I tried.
Fed on your exit interview, Alpha, you got to put in a good word for us, okay?
Yeah, big time.
Exit interview. I'm getting a fucking promotion. I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
are.
Well, even better, you'll be in a better spot to help us out from the inside. Oh, well, anyway, thanks for joining, guys. That was a fun show. What do you guys got going on tomorrow? Is Power Hour the only one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody
The only
likes
show on
streaming
Saturday.
on a Saturday. What's that about?
Wow,
Jay-
we gotta put some more Saturday shows up on the schedule.
Jay and I were discussing potentially moving I Dig Music over to Saturday afternoons, so that might
Wow.
help with the empty slate in the afternoon over there.
Yeah, we should get some more content up on Saturdays.
Yeah, Abs and I will be up on Sunday talking about DOGE,
There you go.
all the transformation happening out of government. So check it out. Culture of Change, Sundays, 5:30 p.m.
I feel a calling to do like relationship advice.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Right up your
Dr.
alley.
Philfredo.
Dr. Philfredo.
Caller,
Oh.
state your problem. He's not doing what? Oh, here, let me help you out with that.
Oh,
Have
you
you
would be
seen
good at
how
that.
hot AOC is? Just the entire show. You should do the AOC worship hour. That's what you should do.
Yeah, but you know that if like people called Alpha and they're like, "Oh my god, I have this problem and I don't know what to do. What are we gonna do about it?" He'll be like, "Listen, get in 55-degree water and you will be totally fine."
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's it.
Oh.
I mean, perfect temperatures is 50 to 52, but if you want to get spicy and make it colder, you can do colder.
I
On
don't
the
know.
cold plunge.
Are you still doing it every day?
Every day. Now, I haven't done today's. I still got a little.
Oh, we're doing it now. Or are we going to do it after the show? Are you hanging up on the show and
Cool.
jumping in the water?
Today is day 38 straight. The only thing is, I think I'm going to do it today, but I'm not going to do the head plunge because I always do the head plunge. But I am terrified if that water touches my teeth.
You know how to like go underwater with your mouth shut, right? Like you
know,
be able to do that.
When you're underwater, but still, when you come up, it drips like that.
Yeah,
And I'm telling you, just
It's
the
gonna be
room,
on your teeth.
just room
Yeah.
temperature water is rough. So I don't think I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to dunk my head. So
I
today-
think it's really important to face your fears. And if you were one of my kids, I'd shove your head under the water.
It would be much more motivational for me personally if you did the head thing while your teeth were in pain.
I would be more motivated as well.
this is not fear of the unknown. This is knowing exactly what's gonna happen if that shit touches my teeth.
That makes it even more motivating because you know the pain you're going to experience and you do it anyway.
It's crazy because you're fine, but then all of a sudden, little air will hit a nerve that's kind of exposed, and you're just like, oh, shoot. You know, just like your mouth got Tourette's of pain.
Tourette's. Oh, by the way, I got to play that video. Did you guys see the Biden Tourette video?
No.
Oh,
But I think it's notable that you said it's like your mouth has Tourette's of pain, and I feel like I knew exactly what you meant.
okay. So there's this like, I don't know who this is, but apparently like a famous person with Tourette's. Okay, I think they do a show, but she's a tick, and it has to do with Joe Biden.
Oof, Joe Biden's buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine off of a zebra during the Revolutionary War of 1812. God damn! Okay, these are the first ones I have. God damn! Your boyfriend will kill
Like, there's a reality TV show following her with this tick.
you. Okay, these ones. I'm not putting them on. So, get a vision. God damn! These.
Oh, I like those.
Not putting them on. Get a vision. He's
Okay.
at it. So does Joe Biden! Phenomenal! Next one.
Did she say for Narnia?
Yeah.
She did.
I think the second one still is the best.
I 1 minute. Okay, I think I'm gonna wear these ones.
Oh, it's the ones I picked, I think. They're the best.
Body built like a falafel.
Yeah, you gotta just look it up. Tourette's Biden.
Ooh.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's kind of hot.
She's kind of
Damn
hot.
it, Alpha, you're.
I like the wedges. The wedges with best shoe choice.
Just it's not that. It's just everything he says. He's just continually sexualizing women.
That's what they're there for.
This is a better one because she talks
Hold
about.
up.
Let me play this.
It is like the perfect place to be, at least for me, because Joe Biden lives in the White House. There's vaginas hanging from the White House. Joe Biden's buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine during the Revolutionary War of 1812. God damn. Mouthful, literally. I have
can't
no
not
idea where
say
this
it.
tick came from, but I can promise you I have no idea what the president's activities are or where he's buried. And he's still alive. So that's good.
Yeah, so it's like a real documentary thing.
Amazing.
Seems real fake.
I think I'm going to go ahead and have a luxury belief that that is real.
You
It
give
is a
me-
luxury belief for sure.
You give me a weekend with her. and
It is
getting
us
into that,
indulging your fucking fantasy that shit was real.
we will break the internet.
Thank you, Ash.
You're welcome. I got
I'm sure
you,
you'd
buddy.
break something up. Okay, we're gonna end on that note. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see
Bye,
you
guys.
tomorrow night.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see the troubles are